gauge. Bulletproof. Superhuman. Find that door?
Right there.
No, that's my door. Pick another door.
What's wrong with you?
You know what you were...
He really is Black Superman.
You need to get off the grid.
Where?
Bad guy.
The mission has been compromised.
Woo! Hey, see the look on his face? You have no idea how long I've been waiting to do that.
You better run, baby.
Either them or us. Get started. Let's see if we can get it.
Its name is Brixton. He's a ghost. We're gonna...
It becomes my business.
This whole thing sounds really dodgy.
I'm the necessary shock to the system. I'm dealing with the future of the planet.
My baby's come home.
I'm sorry to bring trouble here, Mama, but I need my brothers.
Hobbs and Shaw. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, while most of the spotlight is on the explosive physicality of Luke, Hobbs and Deckard Shaw, the film also introduces key secondary characters whose behind the scenes involvement becomes vital to the hero's success. One of them being Silo, a brilliant and composed tech specialist who operates at the heart of the intelligence and surveillance infrastructure. Silo's role, though not front and center, is indispensable in the high-stakes mission to stop the bioterror threat posed by Brixton Lore and the mysterious tech terrorist organization, Etion. When Hobbs and Shaw find themselves without access to official intelligence networks and with limited allies, Silo emerges as one of the few people they can trust within the system. His deep knowledge of encrypted security protocols, data servers, and satellite tracking enables him to dig beneath the surface and uncover hidden layers of Etion's operations, something few others could do. Silo is the one who bypasses multiple security firewalls to track the stolen virus CT-17 and identifies its movement across the globe. His ability to exploit backdoor access to restricted government systems gives Hobbs and Shaw a strategic advantage that brute force alone could never provide. More than just a hacker, Silo acts as a real-life mission coordinator, feeding live intel, updating them on enemy movements, and even manipulating enemy tech when needed. At one point, redirecting surveillance drones to create a distraction and help the team escape. His calm demeanor and unwavering focus in high-pressure moments reflect a man who understands the weight of his responsibilities, even without being in the direct line of fire. Silo's technical contributions ultimately help the team decode critical flaws, locate key individuals, and stay ahead of Etion's digital reach. His work proves that in a world dominated by cyber augmented villains and global surveillance, the quiet genius in the shadows can be just as heroic as the ones throwing punches and driving through explosions. Without Silo's expertise and loyalty, the mission might have collapsed under the weight of misinformation and digital chaos. He embodies the modern archetype of the unsung cyber warrior, supporting the muscle with intelligence, precision, and a keyboard that's just as dangerous as a gun. In Hobbs and Shadows 2019, directed by David Leitch, the character Silo may not take center stage like Luke Hobbs or Deckard Shaw, but under Leitch's direction, his presence becomes strategically significant in the film's broader narrative of cyber warfare. Covert operations and high-tech espionage, David Leitch, known for his sharp, adrenaline-fueled directing style and experience in stunt coordination and action choreography. John Wick, Atomic Blonde, Deadpool 2 masterfully uses even secondary characters like Silo to deepen the story's complexity without slowing down the relentless pace of the action. Silo, portrayed as a highly intelligent and resourceful tech operative, serves as a vital support figure working behind the curtain of the explosive spectacle. Leitch's vision ensures that Silo isn't just background noise or a stereotypical hacker, but a functional pillar of the mission, representing the digital battleground in a movie otherwise dominated by fists, guns, and engines. Through Leach's lens, Silo is given moments that highlight his quiet competence. He is the one decoding encrypted files, hacking into Etion's advanced surveillance systems, and guiding Hobbs and Shaw with real-time intelligence when all official channels have failed. In one crucial scene, it is Silo's quick thinking and mastery over digital systems that allows the heroes to access a hidden data vault, turning the tide of their mission. David Leitch crafts these sequences with a balance of suspense and realism, ensuring that Silo's contribution is not only believable but essential, showing that heroism in this world can also come from behind a keyboard. The director's decision to give technical experts like Silo meaningful screen time and a sense of purpose reflects Leach's broader approach to ensemble storytelling, where every cog in the machine, no matter how small, is necessary for the engine to run. Under his direction, Silo becomes a representation of the brains behind the brawn, reinforcing the theme that intelligence and loyalty are just as vital as physical power in a high-stakes global conflict. In this way, David Leitch elevates Silo's role from a minor character to a critical behind-the-scenes operative, whose unseen hands guide much of the mission's success. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, the contribution of the character Silo owes much to the sharp and layered screenplay crafted by Chris Morgan and Drew Pearce, who infused the high-octane action narrative with subtle yet meaningful character dynamics. Even for supporting roles like Silo, known for their work on the Fast and Furious franchise and other action-heavy blockbusters, Morgan and Pearce expertly blend explosive set pieces with moments of intelligence and strategic depth, allowing characters like Silo to shine in their own quiet but impactful ways. Through their screenplay, Silo is written not just as a nameless technician in the background, but as a vital part of the mission's inner workings, a brilliant and composed tech expert who becomes a critical ally to Hobbs and Shaw when the world is on the brink of bioterror catastrophe. Morgan and Pearce's writing ensures that Silo's scenes, though fewer in number, are loaded with purpose. They give him sharp dialogue, calm urgency, and technical know-how that reflects the complex world of cyber warfare and espionage at the core of the film's plot. Silo is the one who navigates through layers of encrypted Etion system, pulls up satellite feeds, and manipulates digital networks. All skills that are crafted on the page to serve not only the plot but also the thematic undercurrent that brain power is as essential as brute force. The screenwriters cleverly position him as the bridge between the physical chaos of the front line and the intellectual battlefield of data and surveillance. In a world of genetically enhanced villains and globe-spanning threats, Silo is written as a reminder that not all heroes fight with fists. Some fight with codes and firewalls. Chris Morgan and Trio Verse give his role just enough depth and weight to resonate with audiences who appreciate the unsung genius working in the shadows, ensuring that every mission critical action taken by Hobbs and Shaw is backed by information, strategy, and flawless execution. The screenplay doesn't just treat Silo as a plot device, it makes him part of the team's moral and tactical backbone. His inclusion adds realism and texture to the cinematic world, proving that a well-written supporting character can elevate the tension, move the story forward, and stay memorable even amid the thunderous spectacle of blockbuster action film. Chris Morgan's contribution to the 2019 movie Hobbs and Shaw is monumental, serving as the very backbone upon which the entire cinematic experience rests. As the creator of the story, Morgan wasn't just responsible for drafting a sequence of events. He engineered the architecture of the film's universe, characters, and emotional stakes, weaving together multiple narrative threads into a cohesive and thrilling spectacle. Known for revitalizing the Fast and Furious franchise with his signature blend of heart-pounding action and heartfelt themes, Morgan approached Hobbs and Shaw with a vision to not only spin off two fan-favorite characters, but to elevate them into legend in their own right. He conceived a narrative that thrusts Luke, Hobbs, and Deckard Shaw, two men with clashing philosophies and a turbulent shared history, into an uneasy alliance against a new, terrifying form of villainy embodied by Brixton Law, a character designed by Morgan to push the limits of what the Fast and Furious universe had ever seen, blending science fiction with espionage and military conspiracy. Morgan's genius lies in balancing the relentless action with layers of personal growth and humor. By bringing in Hobbs' estranged Samoan family and Shaw's fractured relationship with his sister Hattie, Morgan deepened the stakes, making the action sequence resonate not just as visual thrills but as battles fought for family, loyalty, and redemption. His story also expanded the global scope of the franchise, taking audiences from the neon streets of London to the sun-soaked island of Samoa, reflecting his talent for crafting cinematic journeys that feel both epic and intimate. The witty rapid-fire banter between Hobbs and Shaw, which became one of the film's defining features, is a direct result of Morgan's understanding of character chemistry, honed through years of writing sharp dialogue and building iconic rivalries. Beyond character dynamics, Morgan's story for Hobbs and Shaw showed the seeds for future expansion. He introduced shadowy organizations like Aetion, hinting at larger conspiracies and advanced technologies that could set the stage for multiple sequels and spin-offs, showing his long-term strategic thinking of franchise development. His contribution is not a passive credit but an active force that shaped the movie's identity, tone, and ambition. Morgan essentially gave Hobbs and Shaw its pulse, a rhythm that blends explosive set pieces, laugh out loud humor, emotional reunions, and a narrative momentum that never lets up. Every slow motion punch, every daring stunt, and every heartfelt family moment can be traced back to the foundational story structure he provided. In crafting Hobbs and Shaw, Chris Morgan didn't just tell a story, he engineered an experience designed to captivate audiences worldwide, while solidifying the film's place as a cornerstone in the ever evolving Fast and Furious saga. Would you like me to make it even bigger with more detailed backgrounds about themes, characters, and building? In Hobbs and Shadow 2019, the character CeeLo, though not a central figure, owes his meaningful presence and narrative importance to the vision and efforts to the film's producer Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham, Chris Morgan, and Hiram Garcia, who together shaped a story that balanced massive action with layered character depth. These producers understood that in a modern action blockbuster, it's not just about explosions and chase scenes, but also about building a believable world where every role, big or small, contributes to the momentum and intelligence of the plot. Under their collective guidance, CeeLo was crafted as more than just a background tech expert. He was envisioned as a key asset in the protagonist's journey. His contribution is made impactful through the resources allocated to his scenes, his strategic placement in pivotal moments, and the way his actions influence the flow of the mission. As producers, Johnson and Statham, who also star as Hobbs and Shaw, likely pushed for a dynamic supporting cast that could realistically reflect the challenges their characters faced in dealing with a hyper-technological villain like Brixton. Chris Morgan, who served as both screenwriter and producer, ensured that characters like CeeLo had narrative weight and purpose, while Hiram Garcia, known for his attention to world building and character integration, helped shape CeeLo's place in that mission's infrastructure. CeeLo's ability to hack systems, decode encrypted data, and support the team remotely during high-stakes sequences wouldn't have had the same resonance without the backing of producers who understood the importance of smart storytelling in action cinema. It was their combined vision that allowed a character like CeeLo to emerge as a symbol of the brains behind the brawn, a tech-savvy specialist whose contributions from the shadows were as crucial as the punches thrown in the spotlight. Through their production leadership, they created space in the narrative for characters like CeeLo to shine, ensuring the film had a layered, modern texture where intelligence operations, digital warfare, and tactical support were given as much importance as the traditional physical confrontations. In doing so, the producer helps define CeeLo's role as a silent but vital force in the success of Hobbs and Shaw's missions. Jonathan Sela's contribution as the cinematographer for the 2019 movie Hobbs and Shaw is nothing short of transformative, as he is the visual architect who brought the film's high-octane action and global spectacle to life with breathtaking clarity and style. As the director of photography, Sela's role went beyond simply capturing images. He crafted the entire visual language of the movie, ensuring that every frame pulsated with energy, intensity, and cinematic flair. Known for his dynamic work on action films, Sela approached Hobbs and Shaw with a keen eye for blending gritty realism with larger-than-life spectacle, striking a delicate balance that allowed the audience to feel both the visceral impact of the fight scenes and the grandeur of the globe-trotting adventure. His use of sweeping wide shots emphasized the scale and scope of the exotic locations, from the rain-soaked streets of London to the sun-drenched shores of Samoa, immersing viewers in a world that felt expansive yet intimate. Sela's camera work during the action sequences is particularly notable, utilizing kinetic movements, sharp tracking shots, and immersive close-ups to place audiences right in the heart of the chaos while maintaining clarity and coherence in even the most frantic movements. Whether it was the bone-crunching hand-to-hand combat or the high-speed vehicular chases, Sela's cinematography amplified the adrenaline while ensuring the visual storytelling remained crisp and impactful. Moreover, Jonathan Sela demonstrated a masterful command of lighting and color palettes to distinguish different narrative beats and emotional tones throughout the film. For instance, the cold, metallic hues of Brixton's Lore's high-tech world starkly contrasted with the warm, earthy tones of Hobbs' return to his Samoan heritage, visually reinforcing the movie's thematic clash between synthetic power and human resilience. His strategic use of light and shadow added depth to character moments, highlighting emotional subtleties and amidst the explosive action. Sela's collaboration with director David Leitch, himself a former stunt coordinator, allowed for a seamless fusion of stunt choreography and cinematography, creating action set pieces that are as visually stunning as they are technically impressive. Every meticulously framed shot contributed to the film's kinetic rhythm, helping to maintain a relentless pace without sacrificing visual elegance. Through his lens, Jonathan Sela not only captured the sheer spectacle of Hobbs and Shaw, but also elevated its narrative by making every punch, every explosion, and every dramatic reunion feel epic and cinematic. His work ensured that the movie wasn't just watched, it was experienced, with visuals that grabbed the audience and pulled them into the heart of the action from start to finish. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, the character CeeLo, a skilled and composed tech operative, benefits tremendously from the razor-sharp editing work of Christopher Rose, an Academy Award-winning editor known for his precision in balancing high-octane action with narrative clarity. Rose's editing contribution is crucial in shaping how audiences perceive and connect with supporting characters like CeeLo, whose role is not driven by physical presence or dramatic monologues, but rather by fast, intelligent, and behind-the-scenes action with a background in editing kinetic. High-stakes films like Bourne Ultimatum and United 93. Rose brings an experienced hands to Hobbs and Shaw, applying tight pacing, sharp cuts, and a dynamic visual rhythm that gives Silo's moments genuine weight. Silo's key scenes, such as when he hacked into the Aetion network, deciphers encrypted data, or coordinates satellite tracking, are constructed with careful editing that emphasizes urgency, tension, and high level intellect. Rose ensures that even with limited screen time, Silo's presence feels vital. He is seen as a stabilizing force during moments of chaos. In one memorable sequence, Silo is shown working across multiple monitors, decrypting information in real time as explosions go off elsewhere. Christopher Rose edits this scene by intercutting Silo's calm, methodical actions with the chaotic field operations of Hobbs and Shaw. This juxtaposition not only builds suspense but highlights the importance of Silo's role in the operation's success. His digital actions directly affect what's happening on the ground, and Rose's editing makes sure this connection is clear to the viewer. Additionally, Rose's timing in Silo's dialogue heavy scenes helps maintain narrative momentum while conveying the complexity of the tech-driven challenges the heroes face by giving just the right amount of screen time, emphasis, and rhythm to Silo's contribution. Rose ensures that the character's impact is felt without slowing down the breakneck pace of the movie. He uses cross-cutting digital overlays, rapid insert shots, and smooth transition to maintain Silo's presence in the story, even when the action is happening miles away. Thanks to Rose's editorial vision, Silo becomes a memorable example of how smart editing can elevate supporting character from mere functionality to narrative significance. In a film driven by muscle, cars, and explosions, it's Christopher Rose's skilled editing that allows the silent power of intellect, embodied by characters like Silo, to shine with equal brilliance. Tyler Bates' contribution as the composer for the 2019 movie Hobbs and Shaw is a powerhouse force that injects the film with corresponding energy, emotional depth, and a distinct sonic identity that sets it apart within the Fast and Furious universe. As the mastermind behind the music, Bates crafted a dynamic and explosive score that not only underscores the high stakes action but also amplifies the emotional resonance of characters' journeys. Known for his work on films like Guardians of the Galaxy and John Wick, Bates brought his signature style to Hobbs and Shaw, blending hard-hitting electronic beats, aggressive guitar riffs, and orchestral grandeur to create a soundscape that matches the film's relentless pace and larger-than-life spectacle. His music pulses through every chaos, chase, every fight scene, and every daring escape, heightening tension and adrenaline in a way that grips the audience from the opening sequence to the final showdown. Bates didn't just compose background music, he engineered an auditory experience that acts as a vital storytelling tool, giving life and rhythm to the visual chaos on screen. Moreover, he cleverly used different musical textures and motifs to distinguish the film's diverse settings and characters. The industrial tech-infused villainy of Brixton lore is accompanied by dark, synthetic sounds, while the scenes set in Samoa are enriched with tribal percussion and ethnic instruments, reflecting Hobbs' cultural roots and bringing warmth and authenticity to the narrative. The musical contrast reinforces the film's central theme of technology versus tradition, making Bates' score not just an accessory but an active participant in the storytelling. His collaboration with director David Leitch ensured that every beat, every crescendo, and every drop aligned perfectly with the film's intricate action choreography, making each sequence feel like a symphony of chaos and order. Through his meticulous composition, Tyler Bates transformed Hobbs and Shaw into more than just an action blockbuster. He made it an electrifying sensory journey where the music doesn't just accompany the visuals but drives them forward with unrelenting force and emotional weight. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, the character CeeLo, though not a lead figure, stands out as a crucial cog in the operation thanks in part to the creative support and structural backing provided by the film's production companies Universal Pictures, Chris Morgan Productions, and Seven Bucks Productions. These companies played an instrumental role in shaping not just the film's large-scale action and high-energy sequences, but also in constructing a story world where even supporting characters like CeeLo are fully developed and narratively significant. Universal Pictures, known for backing blockbusters franchises, ensures the film had the resources to expand its universe beyond car chases and fight scenes, allowing for more intricate elements like cyber warfare and surveillance. Exactly the kind of thematic space where a character like CeeLo thrives. Chris Morgan Productions, led by screenwriter and producer Chris Morgan, has long been associated with the Fast and Furious franchise, and its expanding mythology through this company's involvement. The screenplay and character development reflect a deeper appreciation for the intelligence and technical expertise that drive modern-day missions. That's where CeeLo's contribution is given space to breathe. He becomes the embodiment of the brains behind the music muscle, the one who deciphers encrypted data, infiltrates digital networks, and guides the heroes through unseen digital landscapes. Meanwhile, Seven Bucks Productions, founded by Dwayne Johnson, is known for championing characters who reflect resilience, intelligence, and teamwork. This ethos trickles into CeeLo's character, presenting him not just as a passive tech guy but as an active, loyal member of the team whose efforts are mission critical. The inclusion and elevation of such a character signal the production's commitment to showcasing a diverse range of heroism, not just physical, might be intellectual strength and quiet precision. These production companies collaborate to build a rich cinematic environment where CeeLo could exist meaningfully, making his technical contributions, hacking, surveillance, data retrieval, and live mission coordination essential to the survival and success of the main protagonists. The resources, narrative support, and character integration fostered by Universal, Chris Morgan Productions, and Seven Bucks Productions transformed Silo from background presence into a silent powerhouse who reflects the evolution of action films into smarter, more complex storytelling. His presence is proof that, under the right production leadership, even a character who never fires a weapon can still help save the world. Universal Pictures' contribution as the distributor of the 2019 movie Hobbs and Shaw is not only crucial but foundational to the film's global success, acting as the powerful engine that propelled his high octane spin off into the hearts and minds of audiences worldwide. As the studio responsible for the Fast and Furious franchise, Universal Pictures didn't just distribute Hobbs and Shaw. They strategically engineered its launch as a major cinematic event on the international stage. Their role encompassed crafting an ambitious marketing campaign that spanned continents, languages, and media platforms, ensuring that the movie's presence was felt everywhere from towering billboards in Times Squares to viral online trailers viewed millions of times on YouTube and social media. Leveraging their deep understanding of global markets, Universal carefully coordinated release dates to maximize box office returns, often timing the film's premiere to coincide with peak movie-going seasons in key territories like China, the UK, and India. They also secured high-profile partnership and brand tie-ins that extended Hobbs and Shaw's reach beyond theaters, infiltrating merchandise, automotive brands, energy drinks, and apparel, creating a full-spectrum cultural movement that turned the film into more than just a viewing experience. It became a lifestyle statement. Universal's seasoned promotional teams worked hand in hand with the film's stars, organizing worldwide press tours, fan events, and red carpet premieres that built excitement and forged a direct connection between audiences and the charismatic leads. Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham, they deployed tailored campaigns for different regions, adjusting promotional materials to suit local tastes while maintaining the film's universal appeal of explosive action and humor. Beyond theatrical release, Universal Pictures meticulously planned the film's life cycle across digital platforms, on-demand services, Blu-ray, and streaming, ensuring Hobbs and Shaw continued to generate revenue and reach new viewers long after its initial run. Their contribution also included managing licensed right international dubbing and subtitling, making the film accessible and engaging for diverse audiences around the globe. In essence, Universal Pictures acted as both the architect and executor of Hobbs and Shaw's worldwide journey, transforming it from a Hollywood production into a global blockbuster phenomenon. Their strategic foresight, marketing muscle, and distribution expertise amplified the film's impact, turning it into a key pillar in the Fast and Furious empire and cementing its legacy as a crowd-pulling franchise-expanding triumph. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, which premiered on July 13, 2019, at the Dolby Theatre and released widely in the United States on August 2, 2019, the contribution of the character Silo, though subtle and behind the scenes, was vital to the film's multi-layered narrative, and his significance became more evident as audiences and critics began to appreciate the film's deeper structure beyond the flashy action. Silo's role, crafted with care and intelligence, stood out more distinctly once the movie was viewed on the big screen by a global audience. His scenes, which involved high-level technical operations like hacking, surveillance, and mission coordination, are best appreciated within the immersive theatrical environment provided by Dolby's enhanced visuals and sounds, where every digital beeping system override and tactical communication he handles feels amplified and urgent. As the film reached mainstream theaters in August, discussions around the movie began to include praise not just for the lead stars but also for the ensemble cast and their contributions to the storyline depth. This is where Silo gained recognition as the tech genius working silently to help Hobbs and Shaw succeed. His precise actions like breaching the Eton network, extracting encrypted files, and assisting in real-time field decisions demonstrated the evolution of the modern action genre, where intelligence and cybersecurity are just as crucial as physical strength and fast cars. The timing of the film's release also aligned with a growing cultural interest in the cyber warfare and digital intelligence, making Silo's character feel both timely and relevant. His scenes, although not overloaded with screen time, left an impression on attentive viewers, especially those who understand the weight of data control and digital manipulation in global conflict. With the film's release during the summer blockbuster season, Silo's contribution represented the grounded, realistic side of the story, an anchor point in a film filled with genetically enhanced villains and gravity-defying stunts. Through its wide release, audiences around the world saw Silo as a representation of the silent professionals who make victories possible from behind the curtain. His contribution brought to light through the theatrical experience and widespread contribution of the silent professionals who make victories possible from behind the curtain. His contribution brought to light through the theatrical experience and widespread distribution became a testament to how even the most technical white characters can be heroes in a world teetering on the edge of chaos. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, while Dwayne Johnson shines in the role of Sanim Shrestha, a former DSS agent recruited by the CIA to work with his reluctant partner Deckard Shaw in stopping the deadly snowflake virus, contribution of the character Silo, a highly skilled tech expert, becomes instrumental in supporting Shrestha's mission from shadows. As a man of action, Sanim Shrestha relies heavily on physical strength, tactical field knowledge, and instinctive decision-making. But in an age where the enemy is backed by a technologically superior force like Etion, he needs someone like Silo to keep digital battlefield under control. Silo's behind the scenes work provides the critical technical infrastructure that enables Shrestha to operate effectively on the front lines. Whether it's decrypting Etion's surveillance systems, tracking the virus location through satellite feeds, or exposing hidden data about Brixton Lore's cybernetic enhancement. Silo ensures that Shrestha is never blindly walking into a situation. During moments where brute force alone would have failed, such as locating Hattie Shaw or intercepting Etion's movements, Silo's quick data recovery and systems override gives Shrestha the edge he needs to act decisively. In several scenes, as Sanim pushes forward through gunfire and explosions, it is Silo's calm voice in his earpiece, feeding him crucial information in real time, that keeps him a step ahead of the enemy. The dynamic between the two characters represents a vital synergy. While Shrestha embodies power, charisma, and battlefield dominance, Silo represents foresight, strategy, and technical brilliance. Without Silo's ability to manipulate enemy tech, monitor global data, and prevent digital sabotage, Shrestha's mission could have easily spiraled into failure. Silo is not just a passive observer. He is a digital tactician whose actions actively shape Shrestha's path and the overall success of the operation. His contributions ensure that Shrestha can do what he does best: lead, fight, and protect, while knowing that the technical side of the mission is in the safest possible hands. Through their indirect partnership, the film shows that true strength in a modern war is a combination of brawn and brains, and that even a hero as formidable as Stanim Shrestha needs a quiet genius like Silo behind the scenes to win the day. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, the relationship between Jason Statham's Simon Gurung and Dwayne Johnson's Sanim Shrestha is built on a complex history of tension, distrust, and reluctant teamwork, with Gurung's motivations rooted in a personal vendetta to protect his sister Hattie, the unwitting carrier of the dangerous snowflake virus. While these two characters engage in dynamic action scenes, intense confrontations, and verbal sparring, the unsung hero of the operation is Silo, whose contributions directly impact the success of their high-stakes mission, even if he remains largely in the background. Silo's contributions are woven seamlessly into the plot through precise and critical tech intervention, often occurring off-screen but still influencing the outcome of every scene. He is a silent but essential player in the battle against Etion, the high-tech villainous organization that controls the dangerous snowflake virus and seeks to control global populations with it. As a Gurung and Shrestha would face off against highly advanced cybernetically enhanced operatives like Brixton Lore, Silo becomes the counterbalance. His skills and digital warfare and surveillance allowing the team to outmaneuver their enemies in ways that go beyond raw physical strength. For instance, as Gurung and Shrestha engage in intense combat sequences, Silo's invention allows them to gain access to secure locations, by hacking into military and corporate databases, bypassing security systems, and neutralizing surveillance networks. Silo's expertise in deciphering encrypted files and orchestrating complex tech strategies empowers gurus and Shrestha to make informed decisions on the fly, whether it's finding the location of critical mission assets or disabling key systems that might otherwise trap the team. In a film filled with explosive action, Silo's role becomes one of the most crucial in ensuring the mission succeeds without taking center stage. In one particular instance, when Gurung's plan to ambush an Etion convoy risks being compromised, it's Silo who ensures that the team's communications are secure and that their presence is masked from Etion's advanced tracking systems, allowing them to get the drop on their enemies. But Silo's influence isn't limited to the tactical side. His role also showcases the growing importance of tech experts in a world where cyber threats can be just as dangerous as physical combat. While Gurung might be the muscle and Shrestha the strategist, Silo's calm under pressure and digital powers prowess help drive the film narrative by showing that modern day warriors rely not only on guns and fists but also on the power of information and technology. Without Silo's ability to exploit Etion's vulnerabilities, Guru and Shrestha would be left at a severe disadvantage, facing an enemy that controls cutting-edge technology, a much more formidable opponent than simple muscle could ever match. Furthermore, as the plot unfolds, the connection between Silo and the action heroes grows, even though they never physically meet. The subtle bond between them is highlighted in the moments where Silo provides crucial support during pivotal scenes. For example, when Guru and Shrestha find themselves locked in deadly confrontation, with time running out to prevent this virus from spreading, Silo's rapid fire responses and live technical analysis keep the protagonist one step ahead of their adversaries. The pacing of these moments, thanks to the steady flow of critical information from Silo, builds tension while reinforcing the idea that every member of the team, whether seen or unseen, plays a key part in the success of the mission. Silo's role also emphasizes a thematic element of the film, the integration of old school action with modern technology, while Gurung Shrestha and their team rely on physical power, prowess, and traditional heroism. Silo operates in the new era of warfare, where intelligence, hacking, and digital warfare can be just as effective, if not more so, than any weapon. His contributions in the form of hacking, surveillance, and real-time data analysis underscored the evolving nature of heroism in action films, where brains can be just as important as brawn, bringing balance to the story by showing that modern heroes don't always need to rely on muscle to save the day. Sometimes it's the unseen, unglamorous tech experts behind the scenes who are just as crucial. Ultimately, Silo's contribution in Hobbs and Shaw serves as quiet yet critical force in the battle against the snowflake, virus, and Etion. By positioning him as a tech-savvy, silent operator, the film demonstrates that in the world of modern action, every hero has their own form of strength, and Silo's expertise allows the team to succeed where others might fail. His support allows the physical heroes to stay focused on their mission, knowing that Silo is the invisible backbone that ensures they stay one step ahead of their enemies. In the larger than life world of Hobbs and Shaw, Silo may never be the one to swing the punches or race the cars, but without him, the fight against Itione would be lost before it even began. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, Idris Elba portrays Brixton Lore, a cybernetically enhanced terrorist and Itione operative with a lethal combination of physical prowess and digital manipulation, making him a formidable adversary to the film's protagonist. Brixton's history with Deckard Shaw adds a personal dimension to their conflict, deepening the stakes of their rivalry. However, Brixton's terrifying abilities are not just a product of his enhanced body, but also his control over the cutting edge technology wielded by Itione, the sinister organization he works for. This is where the character of Silo, the tech specialist, becomes a pivotal force in counteracting Brixton's influence. While Brixton's superior physical enhancements and cybernetic implants allow him to overpower his enemies in close combat, it is Silo who takes on the crucial role of disrupting Brixton's access to and control over the advanced technologies that fuel his strength. Throughout the film, Brixton relies heavily on digital warfare, using hacking tools, surveillance systems, and high-tech weaponry to outsmart and track Hobbs, Shaw, and their allies. As Brixton uses his cybernetic abilities to track the heroes' every move and coordinate his attacks with precision, Silo's contributions are essential in leveling the playing field. Silo's expertise in digital espionage and network manipulation allows the heroes to stay one step ahead of Brixton's technological advantage, even when the stakes are highest. For example, when Brixton attempts to control global surveillance systems or infiltrate government databases, it is Silo who quietly works behind the scenes, hacking into these systems to prevent Brixton from achieving his goals. In several tense moments, as Brixton's relentless pursuit of the snowflake virus threatens to overwhelm the heroes, Silo steps in to counteract the digital threats, neutralizing Brixton's advantages by scrambling communications, hacking into enemy tech, and ensuring that the heroes have the information they need to survive. Without Silo's technical expertise, Brixton's superiority would have been nearly impossible to overcome, and the battle against Itione would have tipped in the villain's favor. While Brixton relies on brute force and his cybernetic enhancements, Silo represents the brain power and strategy needed to outwit and disable the technological advantage that Brixton holds, allowing the heroes to exploit the vulnerabilities in Brixton's digital empire. Through their cat and mouse battle, Silo's contribution showcases the growing importance of tech intelligence in modern warfare, demonstrating that in an age where information is power, it's not just the physical warriors who can shape the outcome of a battle. It's the unseen experts working behind the scenes, like Silo, who can ultimately turn the tide. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, Vanessa Kirby portrays Pooja Chetri, an MI6 field agent and the sister of Deckard Shaw, who becomes a central figure in the conflict as she is relentlessly pursued by Brixton Lore, the cybergenetically enhanced antagonist. Pooja, alongside her brother Deckard, becomes a key player in the battle to stop the snowflake virus from falling into the wrong hands. Her role is pivotal, as she carries the virus in her system, and both she and her brother are forced to work together despite their fraught relationship. As Pooja is hunted by Brixton and his forces, Silo's contribution to the mission grows increasingly important, even though he remains largely behind the scenes. Silo, as a technical mastermind, plays a critical role in protecting Pooja and ensuring that she can stay one step ahead of Brixton's relentless pursuit. While Pooja and Deckard engage in high-stakes action with dangerous close calls and physical confrontations, it is Silo's expertise in cyber warfare and surveillance that keeps them informed and connected. Through his digital prowess, Silo is able to track Brixton's movements, intercept communications, and manipulate enemy systems, giving Pooja the strategic advantage she needs to evade capture. Silo's contribution goes beyond just providing tactical data. He also ensures that Pooja and Deckard are not just surviving on the ground but are actively fighting back against Etion's technological superiority. For instance, when Pooja is on the run, with Brixton hot on her heels, Silo provides real-time support by hacking into security grids, disabling surveillance networks, and even helping Pooja find safe houses by accessing secure government locations. His ability to manipulate systems in real time gives the team a fighting chance, especially when they need to act quickly to outsmart Brixton, whose cybernetic enhancements allow him to anticipate their every move. The role of Silo, though not immediately visible in the physical confrontations, is central to the plot's progression, as he ensures the team stays connected and has access to crucial information, often when they need it the most. Furthermore, in moments where Pooja and her team need to make quick, strategic decisions, Silo's ability to disable or manipulate enemy tech systems provides them with the edge to stay alive and push forward. Ultimately, Silo's involvement underscores the theme that in modern conflicts, physical strength and combat skills alone are no longer enough. The success of the mission and the safety of Pooja, Deckard, and the others rests in part on Silo's digital expertise, which allows them to navigate the complex and dangerous world of Etion and Brixton Law. Through his silent yet vital contributions, Silo proves that brains, when combined with bravery, can turn the tide against even the most technologically advanced adversaries. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, Pranisha's portrayal of Margarita Madame M adds a captivating layer of complexity to the plot. As a high-profile thief with a shadowy past, including a former romantic entanglement with Deckard Shaw, Margarita brings both charm and unpredictability to the team's dynamic. A seasoned professional in the world of heist and high-stakes crime, Madame M is not just an expert in navigating the criminal underworld. She is a master at getting in and out of perilous situations with her wit, agility, and skill in handling dangerous encounters. However, while Margarita excels in physical action and maintaining a low profile during her daring escapades, she is far from operating alone. Behind every move, every plan, and every escape, Silo, the tech wizard working quietly in the background, ensures that her heist and those of the team as a whole run smoothly. Though Margarita is skilled at evading physical traps and dealing with adversaries face to face, she cannot succeed without the vital technological support provided by Silo. Whether they're infiltrating high security government facilities, cracking the encrypted file of Etion, or escaping the advanced surveillance systems designed by Brixton's team, Margarita's effort would be futile without Silo's ability to control the digital battlefield. In moments when Margarita faces off with enemies, especially during intense confrontations or narrow escapes, it is Silo who ensures that their communication remains secure, that enemy tracking systems are disabled, and that they remain hidden from prying eyes. In one scene, as Margarita prepares to steal critical data, Silo works behind the scenes to disable the facility's security systems, ensuring that there are no digital traces that could lead Brixton or the authorities directly to her. When Margarita is cornered or trapped, it is Silo who manipulates the digital landscape to create openings, diverting attention away from their movements and allowing the team to act swiftly. Her relationship with Deckard also complicates matters, adding a personal layer of emotional tension to the mission. In these moments of vulnerability, where Margarita must put aside her past with Deckard and focus on the larger threat, Silo's contributions provide a sense of security and reliability. As the mission progresses and the stakes rise with Etion's looming threat, Margarita increasingly depends on Silo's digital expertise to stay ahead of her enemies. When they need to access encrypted government files or break into security systems to obtain vital information about snowflake virus, Silo hacking skills allow Margarita to stay one step ahead of Brixton and his team. Silo's ability to override security protocols, hack surveillance cameras, and disrupt communications ensure that Margarita and her allies can operate with greater precision, turning the digital advantage back in their favor. Even when the situation becomes more chaotic, with Margarita engaged in a high-speed chase or trying to outrun Eton's agents, Silo's role remains critical. His ability to track enemy movements, monitor data feeds, and provide real-time updates allows Margarita to make split-second decisions with the confidence that she has all the information she needs. His timely interventions keep the team in sync, allowing Margarita to focus on her physical prowess while knowing that the technological support is in place. The bond between Margarita and Silo, though not physically represented, is woven through every action-packed sequence in the film. While Margarita does the heavy lifting in terms of stealth and agility, Silo is the invisible force making sure that her efforts succeed by controlling the digital elements of the mission. Silo's contributions highlight a crucial theme in Hobbs and Shaw. In modern warfare and espionage, technology is just as vital as physical strength or combat skills. While Margarita might steal the spotlight with with her daring fist and charismatic personality, it's Silo who enables the team's success, ensuring that each mission runs smoothly. From a technological standpoint, the team's success ensuring that his behind the scenes efforts are just as essential to the team's survival as the more visible actions of Margarita, Deckard, and Hobbs. Through his expertise, Silo elevates the team's capabilities, turning what could be a standard heist into a sophisticated operation that can outsmart even the most technologically advanced adversaries, such as Brixton Lore and Etion. Without Silo's contributions, Margarita's own skills would be rendered ineffective in a world where every move is tracked, every escape is monitored, and the digital landscape plays as important role as any physical battlefield. In essence, Silo's role is integral to Margarita's success and the success of the entire team. By navigating the complex world of digital warfare, hacking, and surveillance, Silo ensures that every high profile operation runs smoothly, and that Margarita, the skilled thief with a murky past, can continue to outsmart her enemies and escape the consequences of her dangerous lifestyle. Whether it's aiding in a heist, managing a digital attack, or ensuring they stay one step ahead of Brixton's relentless pursuit, Silo's invisible presence is key to turning the tide against an adversary whose technological edge might otherwise overwhelm them. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, Cliff Curtis plays Jonah Hobbs, the estranged eldest brother of Luke Hobbs, portrayed by Dwayne Johnson. Jonah is a mechanic by trade and, more importantly, the computer genius of the Hobbs family. While he might not be directly involved in the high-octane physical confrontations that define much of the movie's action, Jonah's contribution to the team's mission is invaluable, especially when it comes to the technological side of things. In the movie, Silo, as a tech expert, works in the conjunction with Jonah to ensure that the team has access to crucial information and that their work needs are met. Jonah's expertise as a mechanic is vital in providing the team with the necessary gear and vehicles to survive their many escapades. But his skills extend far beyond just fixing engines. As a computer genius, he becomes a critical ally in managing the digital infrastructure of their operation. Jonah's contribution is especially significant in moments when the team needs to outsmart enemies who are technologically superior, such as Brixton Lore and Etion. While Silo handles the hacking, encryption, and real-time data manipulation, Jonah's role is to help build, modify, and optimize the physical system that makes these actions possible. His deep understanding of machine mechanics and computers allows him to design and implement custom technological solutions, ensuring that Hobbs, Shaw, and their allies have access to the most advanced, personalized equipment of their missions. Whether it's upgrading vehicles for high-speed chases or reinforcing security systems to protect against digital infiltration, Jonah works in tandem with Silo, ensuring that every piece of tech is as effective as possible in the face of their relentless pursuits. For example, when the team needs to escape from a dangerous location or evade enemy tracking systems, it's Jonah who ensures that their vehicles are equipped with the necessary modifications to withstand intense conditions, including high-speed chases, weaponry, and defensive systems. At the same time, Silo is handling the tech that keeps them off the radar, such as hacking into surveillance systems, creating digital diversions, and securing the team's communications. Jonah's mechanical prowess, combined with Silo's cyber expertise, creates a formidable combination, allowing the team to outmaneuver Eaton's advanced technology and make it through their most dangerous encounters. The Hobbs brothers' collaboration, Jonah's practical mechanical knowledge paired with Silo's digital strategies, demonstrate the importance of blending both physical and digital expertise to defeat a common enemy. Jonah's relationship with his brother Luke adds an emotional layer to the story, as the two must reconcile their estranged relationship while working together to save the world from the snowflake virus and Etion's global threat. In these moments of tension, Jonah's role becomes even more crucial. Not only does he provide the technical support needed to survive, but he also plays a part in helping his brother and the team grow closer and ultimately succeed in their mission. His contributions emphasize that even in a world where muscle and speed often dominate, the ability to understand and manipulate technology is just as vital, if not more so, in overcoming powerful adversaries. Without Jonah's Hobbs' mechanical and technical expertise, coupled with Silo's digital prowess, the team would find themselves significantly disadvantaged, especially when facing the likes of Brixton, whose cybernetic enhancement and Etion's advanced technology present an almost insurmountable challenge. Jonah's role reminds us that even in the world of high-stakes action and explosive confrontation, there's always a place for brains, precision, and a deep understanding of how things work. Whether it's a vehicle weapon or a computer system. Together with Silo, Jonah ensures that the Hobbs and Shaw team is equipped to take on any challenge, no matter how technologically advanced or physically dangerous it may be. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, Helen Mirren takes on the role of Magdalene's Queenie Shaw, a formidable and cunning criminal who is also the imprisoned mother of Deckard and Hattie. Shaw. Queenie is a character who plays a pivotal, though somewhat unpredictable role in the narrative, contributing to both the emotional and action-packed elements of the story. Despite being behind bars, Queenie remains a key player in the story's unfolding events, particularly in helping her children navigate the chaotic conflict against Brixton Lore and Etion. While Queenie is more known for her sharp wit, criminal influence, and resourcefulness in manipulating situations to her advantage, her role in the film also highlights the complex relationship between family, loyalty, and criminal backgrounds. Although Queenie is not directly involved in the physical action of the film, her contribution is crucial in providing strategical support and leverage for the team, especially when it comes to navigating dangerous situations. Much like Silo, who provides the technical and digital expertise that drives many of the team's successes, Queenie offers the more strategic and cerebral contributions, while Silo's expertise and integral in managing the digital aspects of the mission, hacking, surveillance, and providing real-time data. Queenie's criminal network, knowledge of the underworld, and ability to manipulate situations provide the team with critical advantages. When it comes to ensuring the safety of Deckard and Hattie, Queenie's influence is felt behind the scenes. For example, when the team needs information about Itione or requires assistance in escaping tight spots, Queenie's vast network of contacts and resources can help in ways that Silo's technical skills alone cannot. At the same time, Silo's contribution in ensuring digital security and countering Brixton's technological advances complements Queenie's ability to manipulate the physical world of crime. While Queenie and Silo may have different methods of operation, one dealing in the criminal underworld and the other in the world of technology, both characters are key to the mission's success. Queenie, though imprisoned, still acts as a resource for the team, providing valuable intelligence and occasionally offering a cunning plan that pushes the narrative forward. Silo's work behind the scenes in protecting the team digitally and ensuring they stay one step ahead is also echoed by Queenie's ability to maneuver through complex criminal situations, making sure that the family, despite their differences, can function as a united front when facing their enemies. Queenie's connection to Silo comes through the shared understanding that in the world of espionage and high-stakes conflict, both technical skills and street-smart cunning are necessary to succeed. Queenie's ability to leverage her criminal background to help the team while staying one step ahead of law enforcement and adversaries like Brixton mirrors Silo's capacity to manipulate the digital world to their advantage. In essence, Queenie's contribution alongside Silo's digital expertise showcase the importance of collaboration between different forms of intelligence in overcoming seemingly insurmountable odds. Queenie provides the emotional depth, criminal wisdom, and family connections, while Silo ensures the team's survival in a world dominated by advanced technology and surveillance. Together, they highlight how both are tangible and the intangible. Criminal acumen and digital brilliance are necessary to navigate the high-stakes world of Hobbs and Shaw. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, Joe Roman Reigns Anois portrays Suman Shetty, Luke Hobbs' brother, who adds a sense of familial strength and support to the movie. While Suman's role in the story isn't as prominently featured as the other key characters, his contribution is nonetheless significant, particularly in terms of his relationship with Luke and his place within the family dynamic. Suman represents the kind of no-nonsense, tough and supportive family member who, while not directly involved in the action-packed battles and high-tech espionage, plays a crucial role in the broader emotional and logistical framework of the story. His presence helps reinforce the idea that family is not just about the immediate bloodline, but also about loyalty and the willingness to stand by one another, even in the face of overwhelming odds. Silo's role, however, operates on a different level. While Suman's contribution is primarily based on emotional and physical strength, loyalty, and family bonds, Silo provides the technological and digital expertise that ensures the success of the mission. Though Suman's character is a protective figure for his brother, helping him navigate the dangerous world that surrounds them, Silo's contributions are about keeping the team a step ahead technologically. As Suman supports his family physically and emotionally, Silo works behind the scenes, providing intelligence and ensuring their movements are untraceable to enemies like Brixton Lore and Itione. Sumon's strength and protective nature are vital, but it's Silo who makes sure that the team can function smoothly in a world that increasingly relies on cyber warfare, surveillance, and data manipulation. When the team finds itself in precarious situations, someone might be there to lend a hand or provide physical backup. But Silo ensures that they have the digital tools to outmaneuver their enemies. Sumon's contribution as Luke's brother adds emotional depth and highlights the importance of family loyalty, while Silo's role in safeguarding the team's communications, hacking into enemy systems, and controlling surveillance through networks ensures that Summon and the rest of the team can operate without fear of digital detection or interference. This symbiotic relationship, where Summon's physical strength and emotional support meet Silo's technological expertise, demonstrates the value of combining different skill sets to achieve a common goal. In a way, Summon and Silo's role complement each other perfectly, while Summon's loyalty and strength gives the team a solid foundation. Silo's knowledge of the digital world ensures that the team can function in a technologically advanced battlefield where every move is tracked and every digital footprint is a potential threat. Their combined efforts allow Luke and the others to navigate both physical and technological challenges, making their collective mission a success in a face of overwhelming odds. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, Eddie Merson portrays Professor Enrico, a brilliant but morally ambiguous scientist responsible for creating the deadly snowflake virus, which serves as the central thread in the film. As a two-time Nobel Prize winning scientist, Enrico's expertise in virology and his decision to create such a devastating virus put him at the heart of the conflict between Hobbes, Shaw, and Idiot. His work represents the dangerous intersections of scientific brilliance and ethical compromise, as his creation of the snowflake virus, capable of wiping out entire populations, places him in direct opposition to the protagonists who are trying to stop the virus from being unleashed. Enrico's presence in the film drives much of the action, as the characters race to secure and neutralize the virus, all while facing the complex web of scientific and moral questions surrounding the weaponization of such deadly pathogen. Silo, whose contributions are crucial throughout the movie, works in direct contrast to Enrico's scientific brilliance. While Enrico is responsible for the creation of the snowflake virus, Silo ensures that the team has the necessary technological resources to find and neutralize the virus before it can be used by Brixton and Eaton. As the story unfolds, Silo utilizes his technological expertise to track the virus, hack into encrypted system, and access critical data that could help the team prevent a global catastrophe. While Enrico is the mastermind behind the virus, it is Silo who provides the digital countermeasure that is essential for the team's success. Without Silo's ability to break into advanced surveillance systems, his role is disrupting the virus's technological infrastructure. The team would be at significant disadvantage. He tracks and analyzes the virus digital footprints, ensuring the Enrico's creation does not fall into the wrong hands. Throughout the movie, Silo uses his technical know-how to not only gather information about the virus but also to ensure that the team stays one step ahead of Etion and their cybernetic operatives like Brixton, whose advanced technology poses a constant threat In this sense, uh, this sense plays a critical role in neutralizing the very threat that Enrico created, ensuring that the virus is contained or destroyed. The juxtaposition between Enrico's brilliant but dangerous mind and Silo's equally critical, though often unseen, role in managing the technological side of the mission emphasizes the importance of both scientific and digital expertise in modern warfare. He tracks and analyzes the virus' digital footprint, ensuring that Enrico's creation does not fall into the wrong hands. Throughout the movie, Silo uses his technical know-how to not only gather information about the virus but also to ensure that the team stays one step ahead of Eton and their cybernetic operatives like Brixton, whose advanced technology poses a constant threat. In this sense, Silo plays a critical role in neutralizing the very threat that Enrico created, ensuring that the virus is contained or destroyed. The juxtaposition between Enrico's brilliant but dangerous mind and Silo's equally critical, though often unseen, role in managing the technological side of the mission emphasizes the importance of both scientific and digital expertise in modern warfare. While Enrico may have been the one who to create the virus, Silo is the one who navigates the digital landscape to dismantle the infrastructure that could make the virus even more dangerous. This dynamic highlights how technological expertise in the form of Silo's work can counteract the devastating consequences of unchecked scientific advancements. In a film where physical action and high stakes thrills dominate, it is Silo's intellectual and technological contributions that ensures the team can access crucial information, disable security systems, and stay ahead of the rapidly advancing threat posed by Eton. In summary, while Professor Enrico may have created the snowflake virus, Silo is the unsung hero working tirelessly behind the scenes to track, contain, and prevent the virus from being unleashed. Through his digital expertise and technological contributions, Silo effectively counters Enrico's dark scientific legacy, ensuring that the team can successfully neutralize the virus and thwart the villainous plan of Eton. Their contrasting roles, one as the creator of the virus and other as its digital nemesis, serve to highlight the delicate balance between scientific discovery and technological control in a world where every action, both physical and digital, can have far-reaching consequences. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, Eliana Sua plays Sam Hobbs, the young daughter of Luke Hobbs, adding a deeply emotional layer to the film's high-octane action. While her role may be more understated compared to the larger-than-life characters like Hobbs and Shaw, Sam's presence is crucial to the story, especially in terms of grounding Luke's motivations and emotional arc. As the daughter of a tough, no nonsense agent, Sam is the emotional center of Luke's character, representing his vulnerability and the personal stakes he has in the battle against the snowflake virus and the enemies threatening his family. Sam's relationship with her father provides a humanizing element, offering insight into Luke's character beyond the physicality and action that define much of his persona. While Sam's role primarily focuses on the emotional narrative and familial bonds, Silo's contribution lies in the digital world, working tirelessly to ensure the safety of not just Luke but his family, including Sam. Silo, as the technological expert of the team plays a crucial role in ensuring that Sam and her family remain out of harm's way during the escalating conflict. The action and danger unfold in various high-stakes government where Sam, though not directly involved in the physical battles, is nevertheless at risk from the global threat of Ideon and their cybernetic operatives like Brixton. Silo, with his ability to hack into security systems, scramble communications, and protect digital infrastructure, works behind the scenes to ensure that Sam is safe from the ever present danger posed by the virus and the menacing forces trying to control it. In essence, Sam represents the innocent personal reason behind much of the action. Hobbs and Shaw's efforts to stop Eton and neutralize the snowflake virus are not just about saving the world, they are about protecting their loved ones. While Sam Hobbs herself doesn't engage in the tense action sequences or digital battles, her role drives the emotional stakes of the story. Silo, through his digital expertise, ensures that the Hobbs family remains protected. He helps safeguard Sam by securing their communications, ensuring that the virus doesn't leak into dangerous hands, and providing real time support to Hobbs and Shaw as they navigate their mission. Silo's contribution, though largely unseen by characters like Sam, are essential to ensuring the family's safety. The ability to protect Sam and her relationship with her father is tied to the team's ability to stay ahead of technological threats, like Brixton, whose cybernetic enhancements could easily overpower the Hobbs family. Silo's constant work behind the scenes to protect their digital footprints and keep them off the radar of dangerous organizations directly impacts how the Hobbs family can stay united and safe in a world where enemies are using cutting edge technology to track them. Ultimately, while Sam Hobbs adds the emotional heart to Luke's mission, Silo's digital prowess is what ensures that she, along with the rest of her family, is safe throughout the chaotic events of the movie. Their combined contributions, one emotional, the other technological, highlight the central theme of family and loyalty, proving that the battle against a global threat can be fought against but not just with physical strength but also through intellect, strategy, and love. Silo helps safeguard those who matters most to Luke Hobbs, ensuring that the battle to protect his daughter and family succeeds against all odds. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, John Tui plays Carl Hobbs, one of Luke Hobbs' brothers, adding to the strong family dynamic that drives much of the emotional depth of the story. Carl's character, much like his siblings, is tough and resourceful, representing the strength and unity of the Hobbs family. While Carl's role may not be as extensively featured in terms of action or dialogue, his importance in the narrative lies in his relationship with Luke and the larger family context. His presence reminds the audience that Luke's fierce loyalty and determination to protect his loved ones comes from a place of deep family ties and shared history. Carl represents the emotional backbone of the Hobbs family, contributing to the sense of belonging, solidarity, and strength that motivates Luke throughout the high stakes mission. His role also emphasizes the theme of redemption and personal growth as the Hobbs family comes together to fight against the common enemy threatening their lives and the world. While Carl's contributions are primarily emotional and rooted in his familial connection to Luke, Silo, on the other hand, provides the essential digital expertise needed to safeguard not just the Hobbs family but the entire mission. Silo works behind the scenes, using his technical skills to protect the team and ensure their success in neutralizing the snowflake virus and stopping Eton's deadly plans. Carl's role, grounded in physical strength and emotional support, complements Silo's expertise, which operates in the digital and technological realm. Silo ensures that the Hobbs family, including Carl, can remain safe, hidden from the prying eyes of Eton and their cyber-enhanced operatives like Brixton lore. While Carl might not be involved in the high-tech hacking, surveillance, or digital strategy that Silo provides, his role is crucial in ensuring the emotional strength of Luke as they confront these life-threatening challenges. Silo, through his ability to manipulate data, track movements, and secure communications, helps keep the family safe from the constant danger that lurks around them, particularly from adversaries who are using advanced technology to track and overpower them. Cause protective presence adds the layer of emotional weight to the story, while Silo ensures the safety of the Hobbs family through his digital and technical support, allowing them to stay one step ahead of the threats closing in on them. In essence, while Carl Hobbs represents the physical and emotional support of the Hobbs family, Silo's contribution ensures that this support is not undermined by technological threats. Carl's role as Luke's brother highlights the importance of family loyalty, and Silo's expertise in digital security and surveillance helps keep that family protected. Together, they form a perfect balance. Carl's strength and emotional support complementing Silo's technical expertise in a high stakes world where both physical and digital resources are crucial to survival. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, Josh Mauga portrays Timo Hobbs, another of Luke Hobbs' brothers, further expanding the strong, tightly knit family unit that plays a key role in driving the emotional core of the film. Much like the other members of the Hobbs family, Timo embodies the rugged strength, loyalty, and resilience that defines the Hobbs clan. Although Timo's role is relatively minor in terms of screen time, his presence is significant as it reinforces the familial bond that are central to Luke's character and motivations throughout the movie. Timo represents the close-knit, protective nature of Hobbs' family, serving as a reminder of Luke's deep roots and the strong sense of duty he feels toward his loved ones. His role, while not involved directly in the action-packed sequences, serves as a crucial reminder of what Luke is fighting for: his family and the security of those he loves. While Timo Hobbs contributes to the emotional backdrop of the film by deepening the narrative around Luke's family and his sense of responsibility, Silo's role is firmly rooted in the technological and strategic aspects of the mission. As the team's digital expert, Silo works behind the scenes, using his skills in hacking, data analysis, and surveillance to ensure that the Hobbs family, along with the entire team, remains safe from increasingly dangerous adversaries they face. His expertise helps safeguard the family by ensuring that their movements are untraceable, their communications secure, and their whereabouts hidden from the prying eyes of Eton, and their cyber-enhanced operative like Brixton. While Timo's role is more emotionally driven, representing the physical and familial support Luke has, Silo ensures the family's safety through his technical contributions, fighting the battle in the digital space. As Timo stands as a symbol of family loyalty, providing strength and support, Silo plays a parallel role in the film by securing the digital realm. He is the protector in a world where information and communication are constantly at risk of being intercepted or manipulated by enemies who are technologically superior. In this sense, Silo's work ensures that the Hobbs family, including Timo, can continue to operate under the radar, making it possible for Luke and his brothers to stay a step ahead of the looming global threat posed by the snowflake virus. Without Stilo's technical expertise, the Hobbs family would be vulnerable to cyber attacks, surveillance, and digital threats that could jeopardize the success of their mission. While Timo's contribution is primarily physical and emotional, emphasizing the importance of family, Silo provides the necessary digital counterbalance using his hacking skills to maintain the safety of the Hobbs clan. This combination of physical strength and emotional loyalty, paired with Silo's digital prowess, ensures that the Hobbs family remains intact and protected, even as they face increasingly perilous threats. Together, they form a formidable team, with Timo and the other brothers representing the heart and soul of Luke's motivation, while Silo ensures that their survival in high-tech world is assured, making their victory possible. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, the production of the film plays a crucial role in bringing the high octane action, engaging characters, and complex storylines to life. The production encompasses everything from the set design and location choices to the coordination of large scale action sequences and the integration of cutting edge visual effects that help bring the movie's intense action scenes to the screen, with a focus on creating a seamless blend of practical stunts and CGI. The production team was responsible for constructing intricate environments, ensuring that the film's global locations, from the bustling streets of London to the remote mountains of Samoa, felt authentic and immersive. These efforts provided the visual canvas on which the explosive action sequences would unfold, enhancing the spectacle of the film. The seamless production design also played a key role in ensuring that the physical and emotional elements of the story were brought together in a way that felt grounded even amidst the larger than life moments. While the production team worked to create a visually stunning and immersive world for the characters of Hobbs and Shaw, Silo's contribution within the story was pivotal to ensuring that the digital world aligned with the physical world created by the production. Silo is the tech wizard responsible for tracking, hacking, and securing the digital infrastructure that underpins the mission to stop the snowflake virus. As the production team meticulously crafted environments where characters could engage in high speed chases, hand to hand combat, and intense standoffs, Silo ensured that these scenarios remained believable by creating a digital landscape that felt as authentic as the physical one. Silo's technical abilities allow the team to remain one step ahead of their adversaries, using cutting edge technology to gain an advantage, just as the film's production uses state of the art techniques to pull off breathtaking stunts and complex action sequences. In this sense, while production team's effort brought to the world of Hobbs and Shaw to life in a physical and visual sense, Silo worked to create a parallel world in the digital realm, one that was essential for the story's progression, whether it was through accessing encrypted data, securing the team's communications, or disabling the tech-heavy threats posed by the antagonist Brixton. Silo's contributions were crucial to overcoming the challenges that the production team had set in motion. The seamless coordination between these two worlds, the tangible physical action scenes created by the production team and the high-tech digital battle fought by Silo, is what ultimately propelled the story forward, ensuring that the protagonists had the resources they needed to save the day. In essence, the production team brought the world of Hobbs and Shaw to life through immersive sets, explosive stunts, and intricate visual effects, while Silo ensured that the digital side of the battle was just as dynamic and crucial to the success of the mission. Both contributions worked in tandem to create a high energy, thrilling narrative where the stakes were high both in the physical realm and in the digital space. Together, they ensured that the film's fast paced, action packed sequences felt seamless, making Silo's role indispensable to the overarching production. In the development phase of Hobbs and Shaw 2019, the film went through a rigorous process of conceptualization, planning, and coordination before it reached the high octane action sequences and dynamic character arcs that audiences came to enjoy. The development team worked tirelessly to craft the storyline, ensuring that it was not just a spin-off of the Fast and Furious franchise, but also a unique adventure that spotlighted the characters of Luke Hobbs and Deckard Shaw. This involved refining the script, creating complex characters, and figuring out how to balance the personal drama with explosive action. The development also included determining the setting, ensuring that each location from Samoa to London felt authentic and significant. The storyline and character arcs were shaped, keeping in mind the need for a blend of action, humor, and emotional depth, while also integrating elements from the larger Fast and Furious universe. The development process also involved determining how the new villains, such as Brixton, would fit into the narrative, using their technological enhancement to push the boundaries of the film's action sequences. During this critical stage, Silo's contribution was pivotal in shaping the digital aspect of the movie's development. While the production team focused on physical environments, stunts, and character interactions, Silo helped ensure that the digital world of hacking, surveillance, and high tech warfare was integral to the film's narrative. As a master hacker and tech specialist, Silo contributed to the creation of the snowflake virus and the complex digital landscapes that the character would navigate. The development team worked closely with Silo's character to ensure that his actions were not only technologically feasible but also aligned with the film's broader action set pieces. As Silo worked to counteract the technological threat posed by Eton and its cyber enhanced operatives, his actions were designed to complement the physical battles, adding a high tech layer to the narrative. In the film's development, much of the plot revolved around how technology could both empower and endanger the characters, and Silo's role in this development was essential to creating a believable and cohesive world where the stakes were high in both the physical and digital realms. Additionally, during the development phase, the filmmakers had to envision how to make the high-tech digital elements and action sequences feel grounded and relatable. Silo as a character became a crucial part of the vision, adding depth to the story's technological aspect while ensuring that the action sequences, whether they involved hacking, surveillance, or fighting cyber-enhanced foes, felt true to the world they were building. His character development from a behind the scenes tech expert to a crucial player in the fight against the snowflake virus helped shape the story's progression, ensuring that the film's digital warfare had the same intensity as its physical battles. In essence, Silo's contribution during the development phase was integral to ensuring that the film's storyline seamlessly blended physical action with cutting edge technology. While the physical aspects of the movie were being fine tuned by the development team, Silo ensured that the narrative's technological components were not just believable but added an extra layer of complexity to the plot. His work helped the filmmakers craft a film that didn't just rely on traditional action but also explored the dangers of a high tech world where data, surveillance, and cyber warfare could shift the balance of power. His contributions to the digital aspect of the film's development were essential in making sure the movie delivered a well rounded, action packed, and technologically immersive experience for audiences. In the casting process of Hobbs and Shaw 2019, the filmmakers carefully selected a diverse and talented group of actors to bring the dynamic characters of the Fast and Furious universe to life, ensuring that each performer not only fit the physical demands of the role but also brought depth and charisma to their character. The casting decisions were pivotal in creating the perfect balance of humor, action, and emotional stakes, especially in a spin off film that aimed to stand on its own while maintaining the essence of the larger franchise. The casting team, led by casting director Lucy Bevan, sought to bring together established stars like Dwayne Johnson, Jason Statham, and Idris Elba with fresh faces and supporting roles that would complement the story. Every choice was made with an eye towards chemistry, particularly between the film's central duo, Hobbs and Shaw, whose rivalry and eventual partnership would drive the narrative forward. The cast diversity was also an essential aspect of the film's casting, as it highlighted the global scale of the story and helped root the film in various cultural backdrops, from Samoa to London, making the world feel expensive and authentic. While the casting of physical and emotional leads like Hobbs, Dwayne Johnson, and Shaw, Jason Statham, drew attention, Cilo's contribution, although behind the scenes, played a vital role in shaping the digital components of the film's narrative. In terms of casting, Cilo as a character was pivotal in bringing an intellectual and tech-savvy persona to the story. The casting team had to ensure that the actor playing Cilo had the right balance of sharpness, technical power, prowess, and ability to function as a crucial support figure in the fight against Eton and the Snowflakes virus. The choice of the actor for Cilo was important because while his character was not involved in physical stunts or intense action sequences, his presence was essential for driving the plot's digital components. The character needed to feel believable as an expert in the high-tech world of hacking, surveillance, and cyber warfare. His interactions with the other characters, especially in tense, high-stakes moments, had to feel seamless, as his role in managing the digital warfare aspect was as important as the physical combat in the film. By casting an actor who could deliver both intelligence and urgency in his role, the filmmakers ensured that Cilo was a credible and valuable part of the team. His technical expertise allowed the team to stay ahead of the threat posed by Brixton and Eton, and his role helped anchor the movie in a modern world where digital skills are just as crucial as physical strength. Cilo's casting not only represented the world of high-tech warfare but also supported the chemistry between the primary characters, complementing their personalities. The actor chosen for this role needed to embody someone who could be both the calm in the storm and the tactical genius, keeping the action rolling and the team safe from digital threats. In summary, while the main casting choices in Hobbs and Shaw focused on stars with established action credentials, Cilo's role in the film also required careful attention to casting. The character's contribution to the movie's overall balance of action and technology hinged on selecting the right performer who could seamlessly fit into the high-tech narrative while providing the necessary intellectual and strategic support. And the final casting decision helped ensure that Cilo was not only a crucial player in the fight against the Snowflake virus, but also a character who could anchor the film's tech-driven sequences with authenticity and depth, making the film's digital warfare as exciting and believable as its action-packed scenes. In the filming process of Hobbs and Shaw 2019, the production team faced the monumental task of capturing the film's high-octane action, thrilling stunts, and deep character moments across a variety of global locations. From the chaotic streets of London to the remote islands of Samoa, the filming of Hobbs and Shaw required a seamless integration of real-world location and high-tech special effects to bring the action sequences to life. The filming process involved intense coordination between the directors, actors, stunt coordinators, and special effects team to ensure that the film's larger than life action scenes were both believable and visually stunning. The physicality of the action, such as car chases, hand to hand combat, and high speed shotouts, was balanced with the emotional depth of the characters' journeys, particularly the evolving relationship between Lee Hobbs and Deckard Shaw. Locations were carefully chosen to reflect the international nature of the story, making each setting a character in its own right, contributing to the film's global feel. While the physical action sequences were being filmed, CeeLo played an essential role in ensuring that the digital elements of the story were also effectively brought to life. As a tech expert, CeeLo's contributions to the film's action and plot were primarily centered around the digital world. His hacking skills, surveillance expertise, and ability to neutralize high-tech threats added another layer to the action-packed storyline. During the filming process, silo scenes often involved high-tech equipment and settings, such as digital interfaces, computer screens, and secure servers, requiring the crew to film in environments that reflected the cutting-edge, high-stakes nature of the characters' actions. His role in the movie was to manage the digital warfare and that ran parallel to the physical battles. And the filming of these sequences required a balance of real-time action and digital effects. In terms of filming Silo's character, the production team worked closely with the actor to ensure that his digital-centric scenes were both visually dynamic and coherent within the larger action sequences. Silo's scenes often involved controlling or hacking into digital systems, monitoring threats, or providing real-time intelligence, while required a blend of practical filming techniques and visual effects. This process involved shooting scenes that captured the physicality of Silo interacting with technology such as typing at high speeds, analyzing data on screens, or coordinating with the rest of the team through tech interfaces. These elements were then enhanced with CGI and visual effects to make Silo's world of hacking and surveillance feel as immersive and intense as the film's action-packed sequences. The filming of Silo's character required close collaboration between the actor, the directors, and the visual effects team to create a believable and thrilling portrayal of a tech expert operating in a world of high-stakes cyber warfare. Additionally, the filming of Silo's character required a careful balance of pacing and timing. As the film's action sequences unfolded, the story often shifted between high energy physical combat and more cerebral, tech driven moments. The transitions between these two aspects of the film were essential for maintaining tension and excitement. Silo's role in ensuring the success of the mission was as crucial as the physical battles, and the filming process had to ensure that his moments of digital expertise felt as intense and engaging as the one on the ground action. His character's contribution to the film was not only about hacking and surveillance, but also about ensuring the safety of the team during critical moments, and this aspect was effectively captured in the filming process. In summary, the filming of Hobbs and Shaw involved creating a world that seamlessly blended physical action and digital warfare, with Silo's character playing a central role in bridging the gap between the two. While the action sequences required large-scale stunts, practical effects, and international locations, Silo's contribution to the film required the careful integration of high-tech digital elements, filmed through a combination of practical shooting and visual effects. His role in managing the digital world of surveillance and hacking was essential to the narrative, and the filming process ensured that his contribution on the film's team's success was depicted as an equally thrilling and integral part of the story. In the post production phase of Hobbs and Shaw 2019, the film underwent a meticulous process of editing, sound design, visual effect, and final polishing to ensure that it would be as thrilling, seamless, and visually striking as possible. This phase is crucial in shaping the final vision of the film, where the raw footage is transformed into a coherent, high energy experience that resonates with audiences. The editors worked to refine the pacing, ensuring that the fast paced action sequences, character interactions, and emotional beats were properly balanced. Sound design and music were also integral to this phase, with the team using sound to amplify the intensity of the action, heighten suspense, and add another layer of engagement to the film. Visual effects played a major role in enhancing the action, particularly the scenes involving high speed chases, explosions, and technologically driven moments. The film's sound and visual elements were blended seamlessly to create an immersive cinematic experience that felt both grounded and larger than life. Silo's contribution in the post production phase was closely tied to the digital aspects of the film, particularly in the integration of visual effects and digital manipulation of scenes. As a tech expert and hacker, Silo's role in the story involved using cutting edge technology to combat cyber threats and control Snowflake virus. In post production, this aspect of his character was enhanced with visual effects that brought his digital world to life, showing how to navigate complex computer systems, hacked into enemy networks, and outsmarted high-tech adversaries. The filmmakers relied on CGI to amplify the scenes in which Silo interacted with the digital realm, turning seemingly mundane tasks like typing into intense, visually engaging moments. His hacking scenes required the seamless integration of practical action with the visual effects that depicted the tech heavy nature of his work. This was achieved through sophisticated post production techniques, where the team carefully inserted digital elements such as glowing interfaces, data streams, and cybernetic connections, ensuring that Silo's interactions with technology felt authentic and visually captivating. Furthermore, Silo's character was central to the overall flow of the film, particularly when it came to maintaining the pacing between the physical action sequences and the tech driven moments. In post productions, this meant ensuring that his scenes are as fast paced as exciting as the action packed chases or fight sequences. The editing team had to carefully balance the moments where Silo was providing intelligence, hacking into systems, or securing critical data with the intense adrenaline pumping action that defined the film. By doing so, they ensured that Silo's contributions weren't just technical but were woven into the fabric of the movie's overall pacing, keeping audiences engaged throughout. In addition, sound design played a significant role in elevating Silo's presence in the film. The team used a combination of beeps, hums, and electronic sounds to underscore his digital work, giving his moments a unique auditory identity that complemented the film's other high energy sequences. The post production team also worked on enhancing the visual effects used in Silo's hacking and surveillance scenes. This involved not just the creation of sleek, futuristic interfaces but also ensuring that the visuals were integrated in a way that was both engaging and easy to flow. The visual effects team used CGI to animate digital systems, allowing Silo to interact with them in real time, adding another layer of realism to his character's role. These digital scenes were crafted with precision in post production, ensuring they aligned with the live action elements of the story. The final result was a world where Silo was a tech savvy nature blended seamlessly with the physical action, ensuring that these characters' contributions were not only believable but visually exciting. In essence, Silo's role in post production was all about refining the digital and technical aspects of the film, ensuring that the characters' tech driven contributions were as visually striking and integral to the narrative as the explosive action sequences. The post production process enhanced his ability to manipulate digital systems, craft high stakes moments of tension, and support the team's mission in a world dominated by high tech warfare. By integrating visual effects, sound design, and precise editing, the post production team ensured that Silo's contributions felt dynamic and central to the film's fast paced narrative, helping to create an immersive and thrilling viewing experience. In Hobbs and Shaw 2019, the musical plays a pivotal role in amplifying the film's tone, heightening in its action-packed sequences and enhancing its emotional depth. Composed by Tyler Bates and Chris Bacon, the soundtrack blends high energy, adrenaline pumping tracks with more atmospheric pieces, contributing to the film's dynamic pacing. The music mirrors the film's global nature, using a mix of contemporary beats, orchestral arrangements, and culturally specific sounds to reflect the diverse locations and characters. The powerful score complements the intense car chases, explosive action scenes, and dramatic moments, underscoring the physical and emotional stakes throughout the film. Music cues were also strategically placed to elevate the moments of tension, particularly during the high tech sequences involving hacking, surveillance, and cyber warfare, where the sound and score served to enhance the feeling of urgency and danger. For Silo, whose contributions to the story are deeply embedded in the digital world, the music had to reflect the technological and intellectual nature of his character while still fitting into the high energy action context of the film. Silo's role as a hacker and tech expert meant that his scenes were often accompanied by a more digital, synthetic soundscape, an atmospheric blend of electronic beats and tense, pulsating rhythms. The music played a key role in building the tension during Silo's hacking sequences, where every keystroke and every line of code carried a sense of imminent danger. The film's score accentuated the urgency of his actions, especially when his digital expertise was crucial in tracking the snowflake virus or outmaneuvering Brixton's cyber threats. These moments, which could otherwise be seen as slower paced or cerebral compared to the physical action, were enhanced by the soundtrack's ability to infuse a sense of rhythm and anticipation into Silo's tech driven world. In terms of Silo's contribution, the music also helped to highlight his role as an intellectual and strategic support figure within the team. While Hobbs and Shaw were physically confronting the antagonist, Silo's character was engaging in high stakes digital battle. The score used electronic tones to reflect the high tech nature of his world, contrasting with the more traditional orchestral pieces used for physical action. This blend of electronic and orchestral music not only highlighted the dual nature of the film action, tech warfare, and physical combat, but also ensured that Silo's contribution felt dynamic, tense, and critical to the team's mission. The music in his scenes acted as an emotional and thematic link between the tech driven aspects of the plot and the more visceral, action packed sequences, ensuring that Silo's role in the film was both compelling and integrated into the larger narrative rhythm. The integration of music and sound in silo sequences also helped bridge the gap between the physical action and the intellectual battle unfolding behind the scenes. Whether it was a moment of tension as he cracked a code or a sequence in which he guided Hobbs and Shaw through the digital maze, the music amplified his intellectual prowess and ensured that his digital role was just as thrilling as the physical stakes. The combination of electronic, suspenseful beats and occasional orchestral swells added a layer of excitement and urgency to Silo's character, reinforcing the idea that his contributions were essential to overcoming the high-tech threats posed by Brixton and Eton. In summary, Silo's contribution to the film was intricately tied to the music as the score enhanced the tension and urgency of his tech-driven sequences. Through the use of electronic beats, digital soundscapes, and suspenseful rhythms, the music served to heighten the stakes in Silo's moments of hacking and digital warfare. It provided a sonic backdrop to his cerebral contributions, ensuring that his character's intelligence and technological expertise were as thrilling and essential to the film as the physical action unfolding around him. The score's ability to mirror Silo's role in the film underscored the importance in the larger narratives and amplified the tension in the battle against high-tech enemies.